Let's make the best chicken tenders ever because I'm craving them. Chicken breast, slice it to tenders. Hit it with just a quick season. 3 eggs. Whisk. 1 cup of flour. Season it up. These are the spices that I use, but you can use whatever you want. Dip in the flour, then the egg, back in the flour. Heat up some oil, place in the chicken. Look at that. Oh yeah. Once golden, remove from heat. 1/4 cup of melted butter, chopped parsley, 2 cloves minced garlic. Don't forget some grated Parmesan. Add the tenders, toss them up. This smells insane. There we have the best chicken tenders you'll ever eat. These are insane. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Let's make the easiest dessert ever. We're making brigadeiros. It's a Brazilian dessert and it's only 3 ingredients. Start by adding a can of sweetened condensed milk to a pot. This stuff is so good. Along with 3 tablespoons of cocoa and a tablespoon of butter. Give it a good mix, put it on medium heat and stir constantly. The mixture will start to thicken and you're done mixing when it becomes kind of doughy. Let it cool down to the touch and then roll it out into little balls and finally dip into some beautiful sprinkles. There we have easy, delicious brigadeiros. So fun. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and YouTube.
Today we're making pizza calzones. You want to begin with 2 tablespoons of yeast, 4 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of dry milk, 2 cups of warm water, and 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Mix and cover with a clean towel for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, add in 3 more cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and a 1/3 cup of olive oil. You want to knead your dough for 10 minutes, then add it to a floured surface. I created about 14 calzones with this recipe. Before we get to filling them, here's a little olive oil mixture I made. I'll have the ingredients on the screen for you guys. You want to roll out your dough, brush on your olive oil mixture. Add whatever sauce, cheese, and toppings of your choosing. Close your calzones. You can either use a fork or twist it closed. I twisted mine closed. Brush with egg wash and bake at 350 for 20 minutes or until they're nice and golden. Brush with melted butter and oregano, and you're done.
Okay, so I've been seeing these folds all over on TikTok and I want to make it with the sandwich I just posted on here. So you're going to add the turkey, pepper jack, spinach, avocado, chili flakes, tomato, salt, pepper, and pesto. Don't go too overboard with the pesto, it could get messy, but you're going to fold it up and then I heated it up in a pan for a few minutes each side. It will look like this and enjoy.
Today we're making buffalo chicken egg rolls. These are the perfect appetizer if you're having a get-together with your friends or family, and they overall just taste amazing, so this is how you make it. You want to start off with seasoning 2 chicken breasts with onion powder, cayenne, garlic powder, oregano, as well as some Cajun seasoning, salt, and black pepper. About a teaspoon of each seasoning. Cook on medium heat until fully cooked. Shredding my chicken in my mixer, then adding it to a separate bowl. Also adding about 3 ounces of cream cheese softened, about 1 to 2 cups of shredded mozzarella, some green onions, a half a cup of buffalo sauce, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Grab your egg roll wrappers and we're going to add our filling. You want to roll them pretty tight, making sure to add water to the end of your egg roll wrapper just to make sure they close well. We're going to fry on medium heat until nice and golden. And we're done. Full written recipe will be on my Instagram today.
This is my sticky chicken for 270 calories per portion. First I spray a pan with fry light, then add my diced chicken up. These are all the spices that I coat the chicken in. It's a teaspoon of each. I only add a little bit of chili powder because I can't handle too much spice. Now stir around and then cook until it starts to go golden. And you want to remove the chicken in a separate bowl. If some of the spices are stuck to the pan, that's fine, scrape them up and you can use them for the sauce. So to make the sauce, you want to have 4 tablespoons of golden syrup, 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of tomato puree. Then add 100 ml of water and give it a good mix, bring to the boil and then bring back down to simmer. You'll know the sauce is ready when you remove it from the heat, place the spatula through the middle and it should stay at the sides. Now add your chicken back into the sauce, give it a good stir around and let it thicken up for a few more minutes.
I have never made this for someone that didn't like it. It's even kid approved, and it's also one of my favorite dishes. This was a giant head of cauliflower. Normally I use 1 whole one, but this one was so big I ended up only using half. You're just going to want to break up the cauliflower head into very tiny florets like this, and I throw it on a lined baking sheet with parchment paper for easy cleanup. Roast your cauliflower for about 20 minutes and get your sauce going. This is a cup of heavy cream, a little bit of cream cheese, cheddar cheese, and mozzarella. And y'all seem to really enjoy simple seasonings, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of salt and pepper. Give that a good mix and melt everything together. Then throw the cauliflower and the cheese sauce in a large casserole dish. You guys know I love my Pioneer Woman stuff. I like topping mine with a little bit of Parmesan cheese for a crust, and then it goes back in the oven for about 30 minutes. You guys already know, for more easy recipes like this, be sure to hit that follow button.
This apple pie is perfect for Thanksgiving. It came out so delicious, and even better, it came out extremely beautiful. We're going to begin by peeling 12 apples of your choice, as well as cutting them into wedges. You want to add the juice and zest of 1 lemon into a saucepan. Add your apples, 1 cup of brown sugar and white sugar, 6 tablespoons of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 to 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cardamom, as well as 2 teaspoons of honey and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Mix and make sure your apples are well coated. You want to cover and let it simmer on medium heat for about 15 minutes, making sure to stir every 3 minutes. I didn't have enough time to show you guys the pie crust recipe, but I already had some made. Added it into my pan, added my filling, make sure it's completely cooled, layered the last of my pie crust, brushed it with some egg wash, topped it with some white sugar, and baked at 350 for 40 to 50 minutes. And we're done. This is probably my favorite recipe that I've posted for my Thanksgiving series so far. It just came out so beautiful, it made my entire day.
The avocado egg rolls from Cheesecake Factory are probably the best appetizer out there, so let's make them at home and even better. For our prep, we're going to dice some red onion, cilantro, sun-dried tomatoes, and our avocados. Then we'll add that to a bowl along with our cream cheese and all our spices and give it a good mix. Now add some of that filling to an egg roll wrapper and seal it tightly with some water. Then it's time to fry, and we want it golden brown on both sides. Just serve it with your favorite dipping sauce, and that's how you impress yourself.
Here's how I make better than Olive Garden fettuccine alfredo. Prepare 2 boxes of fettuccine noodles to al dente. While those are cooking, start the sauce by melting 1 stick of Kerrygold butter over medium heat. Add 3 cloves of minced garlic, and for this, I use the garlic press. Cook 2 minutes until it becomes fragrant. Don't burn the garlic. Whisk in 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and cook for 7 to 8 minutes until it thickens. Whisk in 1½ cups of grated Parmesan cheese and a ½ teaspoon of pepper. Cook for 2 minutes more and turn off the heat. Add to strained noodles and experience pure bliss. This is so much better than Olive Garden.
This is how I make my California rolls. First, wash them fingers. Cook 2 cups of rice with 2 cups of water. And now to flavor your rice, mix together some rice vinegar, some sugar, and a little bit of salt and mix it together until it dissolves. Mix it into your rice. Once it's done cooking, cover it with a damp paper towel and then put it into the fridge. For the crab meat inside, you're going to want to get some imitation crab, put it into a food processor, grind it up until it looks a little bit like that. To finish it up, mix together some mayo and some sriracha and just mix it all together really good like that. Cut up some avocado, and now we roll with some nori. Start off with some rice, spread it out, put some of your crab mix with a little bit of avocado. And now once everything is nice and secure, just go ahead and roll it up, then do a little slicey. Put them on a plate, make them look all pretty, and there you go.
How to make dorm food mac and cheese. Pour 1 cup of elbow pasta into the bowl. Then pour in 1½ cups of water. Now microwave it for 4 minutes. Eyeball it because mine took 6 minutes. Add a spoonful of butter. Stir it in until it's completely melted. Add a 1/4 cup of cheese. I used Colby Jack and cheddar. Then stir it in until it's completely melted. Add a splash of milk. Sprinkle another 1/4 cup of cheese on the top. Then microwave it for 30 seconds. After it's microwaved, stir it again. Garnish with salt and pepper. And enjoy!
Today we're making gourmet Twix bars. These are so incredible and super fun to make. Making the cookie could not be easier. Start with 2/3 cup of softened butter, 1/4 cup of sugar, and 1 1/4 cups of flour. Stir it all together until the dough is pretty crumbly. Flatten that down in a 9x9 tray with some parchment paper. Bake at 350 for about 20 minutes. To make the caramel, melt 1 stick of butter. Once that's melted, add in a 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of corn syrup and a 1/2 cup of sweetened condensed milk. Cook that for 4 to 5 minutes and then pour it over the delicious cookie that's been cooled. Spread it nice and thin around the cookie and then let it set at room temperature. Cut out your bar shapes and set aside. I'm melting some chocolate. I didn't really feel like tempering it, but then I just piped it over the bars and spread it out. I tried to make it as smooth as possible, then did the little ridges on top. Boom, gourmet Twix bars. If you enjoyed this video, follow me on Instagram and YouTube for more.
Today I'm going to be sharing with you my mom's secret ingredient to making the juiciest kufta kebabs. In a food processor, add 1 bunch of parsley with a sliced onion and mix until smooth and add that to your ground beef. Go ahead and add half of an onion and mix that until smooth and squeeze out the excess water. Now the secret ingredient is a raw potato. You're going to mix in a raw potato with a garlic clove, mix until it looks like this and squeeze out the excess water. Add 2 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper and mix that in very well. Once it looks like this, go ahead and shape it out, or you can even use a skewer, but I'm going to shape it out like this and then take it off the skewer just because it comes out more juicy this way. Then I'm going to grill it for about 3 minutes on each side or until completely cooked. You don't want to overcook it because then it'll dry out. Serve with some jasmine rice and enjoy.
I'm going to show you what you can do with your leftover takeout rice. Back at school, my first meal was Thai. But for some reason, there's always more rice than there is entree. I'm gonna add a little bit of vinegar to it, some everything bagel seasoning, and in another bowl, I'm gonna mix together some things that I normally get in sushi. I have some shredded cucumber and carrot. I'm gonna add some vegan cream cheese and some tofu. I normally get a veggie roll, so I'm gonna stop here, but fish would be good in this too. Now grab some plastic wrap, or whatever you can find, and spread on an even layer of rice and some of your veggie mix. And squeeze this into a ball. And now you can pan fry them.
So pizza night used to run us anywhere from $20 to $50 to feed our large family, but this is how we do pizza night now and on a budget. So all you have to do is get tortillas, and if you want to do low carb, just get carb balance or wheat tortillas. Get some spaghetti sauce. This is actually margarita pizza spaghetti sauce, and it was really, 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 really good. Put a couple spoonfuls of it on your tortilla and spread it. Don't go too thick with the sauce because it will make your tortilla soggy, so you just need a little bit. Then you're going to go ahead and top it with whatever desired toppings. We use mozzarella cheese and anything from spinach to mushroom to peppers. Tonight we just kept it simple and did mozzarella cheese and pepperoni. And next you're going to put it in your preheated oven at 350 degrees and bake for about 10 to 12 minutes or until the cheese is brown. And here you have it, pizza night.